Can lightning strike twice now that Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is on the Switch too? After all, the original PS4 version not only introduced me to the series but turned me into a fan thanks to its awesome visuals and addictive combat, and I'm happy to say it holds up incredibly well on Nintendo Switch 2, especially as this is the Intergrade version which adds the Intermission Story DLC. The opening does a stunning job at immediately setting the stage visually on Switch 2 with a stunning bird's eye view of Midgar before leaping off the train as Cloud, with a seamless transition from pre-rendered cutscenes to in-game cinematics and gameplay. It looks shockingly close to the PS5 version, and I only really noticed things like characters' hair and NPC faces not quite looking as defined, and even that might have been hard to catch outside a direct side-by-side comparison. The biggest drawback though is the frame rate. While the PlayStation 5's version offered a solid 60 FPS in performance mode, you'll find no such option here, as it's locked to 30 FPS on Switch 2. I also noticed occasional FPS drops primarily while playing both docked and handheld, though oddly mostly in cutscenes. Thankfully, general gameplay and combat was able to hold up together fairly consistently. I really enjoyed being able to experience the game in handheld mode, and was generally able to squeeze about roughly 2 hours of playtime on a full charge with medium brightness and volume. But be aware, this is a game keycard title, so no matter how you buy it, you better be prepared to have 90 gigabytes of free space. Mild visual differences aside, the game is otherwise identical on Switch 2. Hands down, my favorite part of the game comes in the way of action. Specifically the combat system, which still feels great after 5 years later. You'll be commanding up to 3 party members at a time, and each party member has a distinct playstyle, from Barrett's tanky long range to Tifa's rushdown. Swapping between characters on the fly allows the combat to blur the line between action and strategic brawls. 1 second you'll be slashing through enemies with Cloud's Buster Sword, and the next you're swapping to Barret at a distance. This real-time action mixed with the menu system allows you to think about your next move while never missing a beat in real time. The more damage you do, the more you build up your ATB, or Active Time Battle. Basically your meter. When you have enough ATB built up, you have several options to select from. You can either use materia. Items, limit breaks, summons, and weapon-specific abilities are all consumed by ATB. The game encourages you to use materia and weapon-specific abilities. The more time you use materia, the more experience you'll earn for that materia, allowing it to level up. Same goes for weapon-specific abilities. Once you reach its full proficiency, you'll be able to use the ability on a new weapon. This flexibility really encourages you to experiment with different types of materia and weapons throughout the story. Speaking of, the overall pacing of the game can feel a bit jumbled at times. 1 minute you'll be engaging in emotional cutscenes, the next you're forced to walk at a snail's pace. The slow moving pace often happens and is a factor to either you following a character that's speaking directly to you, filling in story beats, or to help hide loading screens in this expansive world. Even interacting with objects such as unlocking a door or moving a crate can be painfully slow. It's worth pushing through, as you'll be rewarded with those stunning cutscenes and engaging combat. If you're anything like me in your first experience of FF7 Remake on PS4, you might have missed out on the Intermission DLC. Luckily, as the title suggests, the Switch 2 version comes with FF7R episode Intermission Included, which is a side story featuring the energetic ninja Yuffie. This episode can be played at any point and is something I highly recommend not skipping, as I thoroughly enjoyed my time as Yuffie and her varied playstyle. If you're a new player or someone who wants a more laid-back experience, you can easily adjust it thanks to the Streamlined Progression option. This game allows you to mix and match progression, so if you want to feel overpowered with consistent max HP or always filled ATB, you can do that. If you already played the game like myself, you can easily fast forward through cutscenes to speed up the story without skipping a story beat. I liked Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade a lot on the Switch too. Rallying alongside Cloud, Tifa, Barret, and Aerith is always a joy, especially when paired with one of the best combat systems I have ever played. This doesn't mean the game is perfect. It's still bogged down by padded walking sequences. It's also lacking in open area combat encounters, which is addressed in the sequel Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with its open nature. But the handheld experience made playing this game for a second time just as enjoyable as the first on PlayStation 4. Between a unique and addictive combat system and a new way to play in handheld mode, this story was worth a second visit for me.